car is small in the back.
My best friend has a Benz that's newer than this that I can fit in. That's the same size.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car, so I gotta order another Lyft?
Yeah. And to be more specific with you, I got very tired tires.
What I got to do with your tires?
Yeah, and you have no space.
How you know I don't have no space?
Yeah, I got no space in the back.
How do you know I don't have no space?
Because I tried before.
Huh?
Because I've been in this situation.
So every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL is full.
No, I don't never have to order an Uber XL.
Then I'm really sorry.
What's your name?
Abraham Carter.
Okay.
Blanding tells us she was just trying to get to a Detroit Lions watch party this month when her Lyft rolled up.
As I'm walking, I see him like making faces or whatever. I'm like, oh man.
She already knew.
I can fit in this car.
No, believe me, you can.
Yes, I can.
Believe it.
He told her there's not enough room in his car.
The kicker part was when he started to talk about his tires. You know, I feel like that was a slap in the face. That was like my tires, you know, like.
The driver said his tires could not handle her weight.
For every big person you turn down because they can't fit in your car?
Yeah, because they need to order the Uber XL is full.
No, I don't never have to order an Uber XL.
He apologized, canceled the ride, and left her there. The rapper says she's pretty tough.
I get the money and flip it and make some food.
Dank DeMoss, as she's known at the mic, is crushed by the whole situation.
I just want them to know, like, it really hurt my feelings.
It looks like a Lyft might be hurting pretty soon, too.
I knew it was illegal and I knew that it was wrong.
Her attorneys, John Marco and Zach Runyon, say weight is a protected characteristic in Michigan by law.
It would be no different than a driver pulling up and saying, you know, I don't want to have black people in my car, or I don't want to have Christians in my car, or Muslims in my car. It's the same. Under the law, it's the same.
The lawsuit is filed. Since she posted the encounter on social media, other full-figured folks have reached out saying the same thing happened to them.
5 minutes later.
I'm a one-stop shop.
You see me calling, can I come over? I can call my nigga for a ride, or I can call him my chauffeur. I'm trying to play it smooth. I wanna get.
And just because you sound good, it's a whole package. People go to see artists. I mean, people go to see artists.
Yo, this fat rapper stuff is insane. And not only, you know, when I look at this situation, the reason why I'm saying fat rapper, because I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you, Joe, I'm going to show you this second person that's just like this on this level. Not outside, not the situation with the car situation, but this person can't fit in the car too. If you look, if you look at the level of this situation, and I understand and I side with the driver, because even if he would have pulled up in an Escalade, you would have still had to let down like a row of seats so she could be comfortable. And her whole body can't sit on one. She has to sit on a bench seat. She has to sit on a bench seat, which she's taking up like almost 85% of that bench seat.
One word, unhealthy.
Yeah. That's a short life. How can you live long like that?
And, you know, I feel like an Uber or Lyft driver has the right to refuse service to any person they feel like that they want to in their car if it's violating if it goes against their own civil or personal rights.
Did you hear that man? That man was trying his best to get out. He said, I don't really have them type of tires.
And he said, he's been through the situation before. So he's had somebody else who was her size or larger or a little smaller.
How are you going to get in the car? You going to turn sideways?
And he was like,
You got to turn sideways and kind of wiggle this way?
That's how he already knew.
Do you know how his car is going to sit when a person like that big sits in the back? You ever see
That's
a car
why
with somebody
he
humongous
said
in the back seat?
no.
It's
going to drop. It's going to drop. It's going to drop tremendously. It's going to go down, and the front part is probably going to lift up a little bit.
Little bit?
He was like, oh no.
This man got to take the spare tire out of the trunk to make sure that he balanced the weight.
He was like, oh no.
So this woman ain't the only one. I thought this was just. So when I saw this other guy before I saw her, I thought this was a trend. I thought this was like not a trend. I'm sorry. I thought this was some anomaly. But apparently now it's a trend. So I'm gonna look at it's another person like this. He ain't screaming no woke stuff, but he got called out by Snoop. Listen, watch this. And apparently this dude has gotten popular. And I ain't gonna lie to you, when I first heard him, I was like, okay, I like his sound, but this is ridiculous looking at this. What does God say about that? I bet God talks about the obesity and gluttony in the Bible directly.
Were those people back then that way? Was there anybody that was overweight?
Yes, a dinosaur.
But I'm just saying.
A grizzly?
I don't even remember ever hearing a story of somebody that was overweight. Not to say that there wasn't, but was
how
there
could
anybody
you? How could you? You must be super
in the Bible?
rich. I'm gonna just play some of this because he got his music playing. But look at this dude. This dude's name is David Blunt. He's another humongous fat rapper, and apparently he is gonna start going viral and stuff like that. He's a lot more successful now than the other girl. Could you imagine both of them trying to get in a car?
Absolutely not.
And what's crazy about people like this, they don't want to get with
that car.
Not that car.
Size car like that.
A van. No, it have to be a truck with the bed down. And what's crazy thing, people that this big, they don't be wanting somebody that big. They want somebody smaller. But I'm gonna play this. Look. He's gonna say a couple cuss words.
Exactly. Get the fuck off my dick, Snoop Dogg.
So, all right, just to contact that before he go into his music, and we're not going to his music. So basically, we're going right into the next video, but Snoop said he got this song that say, I can't put down the cup. Snoop said, put down the chicken wings. And so now he's angry. He went up there and said F Snoop Dogg and all this stuff like this. But
we did this before.
No, we looked at it.
Oh, okay.
No, we haven't done the content. But so it's insane that this is a thing. There should not be anybody, nevertheless, a person supposed to be an entertainer, and supposed to have some kind of level of influence and want somebody to look up at you, and you got Teletubby legs, you got baby infant legs.
I mean, you may as well just look at the videos online and purchase or get the download if you want to support the artist. But I would not pay $1 or a dime, a cent, a penny to go and see someone sitting down on stage the entire time of the concert. I'm sorry, I'm not interested.
That's what he did the whole time because he's so
of
big.
Course.
He can't.
And he has an oxygen tank.
And
Unhealthy.
But the girl,
unhealthy.
The girl that's trying to scream discrimination. The dank DeMoss. If you listen to her breathing, she's right there. She was like, "So you tell me I can't get in this Uber?"
I mean,
you should not be breathing heavy from talking.
No, it's just, and I don't understand the twisted way of thinking. It is not okay. It is not okay. There were several influencers who were on that trend of eat whatever you want and gained hundreds and hundreds of pounds, and they died very young because it's not healthy.
Yo, I don't know what era this is, but I mean, I'm gonna tell you what though. If we ever go to another lockdown or something like those people would not. It'd be hard for them to make it, or they're gonna come out 200 pounds lighter because these people need access to food often. And when you got a body that big and you decide to lose all that weight, you're gonna have to get all that skin chopped because you have stretched your skin to a level, to a Teletubby and a blob. That's insane. But listen to Ed right here. I agree with Ed. This is what Ed said, y'all. Shout out to Ed. I see him on X. Well, I don't even know. This is the first time seeing Ed, but I saw this clip and I said, man, let's do it. Let's play this.
Can we talk about this dank DeMoss rapper? We know why her DeMoss is dank because clearly she needs a mop to wipe her ass. But besides that, people do this all the time with rideshare. They try to get the lowest cost possible, and then they want to claim discrimination or whatever because the driver says, no, you can't put 5 people in my 4-seater car. Or your ass is too fat for my little Honda Civic. Order you an XL or a black car. This has nothing to do with discrimination.
Of course not.
No. I got friends who rideshare. I've talked to rideshare drivers out on the road. People treat their vehicles like shit. They have no respect.
Exactly.
I don't care that she's black and fat. She ain't getting in my little Honda Civic. My cars can't handle that, neither can the shop. And you know, vehicles do have a maximum weight limit, right?
Yes, they do.
Stop making everything about gender, race, and sexuality.
Exactly.
That's all
Take
they
some
have.
responsibility for
Some people
yourself,
have.
Demoss.
That's right.
Your Demoss is dank. We know why, too. Because you can't clean yourself properly under all them folds. Person needs some flour to find the wet spot, if you know what I mean. So why don't you jump on the carnivore, honey?
He said this person needs some flour because you know you put some flour and you can and where it's gonna go wherever where the liquid is. So
Stop
oh,
it.
there it is. Oh my
Stop.
God. Yo.
Wrong.
Yo.
You know he was not right.
Yo.
No, my gosh.
I just caught that. Yo.
And see how much weight you lose, and then you won't have these problems. That go for all you fat people out there. I'm sorry, all you obese people out there. Do something about your weight, and you won't be publicly embarrassed by this. Jesus Christ, what the hell has happened to America?
Good question.
I mean, and that's just put pretty much as frank as it can be. I just don't like that. You are in an unhealthy state in your life, extremely obesely overweight, and then you want to subject somebody else's car to your issue, and then they wrong if they decide they want to. Oh, it's discrimination. No, boo. The man said he's not going to flatten or put his stuff all out of whack because he want to keep driving that night. And he's experienced it before. But it's just, even for your own health, forget all the ride share stuff, even the situation on the airplane. Remember that situation, that lady on the airplane and all that? No, I don't want to sit next to you. I'm like, I would be like the other person was too. No, you're not going to put me right here because I won't be able to breathe and I don't want to be uncomfortable flying, how many hours I got to fly, and I don't have no problem saying it.
Ooh, could you imagine?
So either you're going to relocate her or you're going to relocate me. Absolutely not. That's unacceptable.
Joy, I just thought about something. Could you imagine being on a flight that's full to capacity, and then one of these persons is that big, and you don't have no other way?
And you got to fly from the ATL to California?
No.
From one side of the U.S. to the next?
What if you had to fly from California to another country?
Boy, stop. No, thank you.
I promise on everything. Either y'all gonna have to rotate me, or y'all gonna have to book me another flight and give me the best accommodations in the world for getting off this flight. Because
ain't nothing cute about it. I'm sorry. Ain't nothing cute about it. Come on, let's just not play around and act like it is.
I'm 228 pounds. We've been on a flight. We had to do one time an emergency flight, and that flight was so. You know how you get emergency, you have to just get what you can, and that flight was tight. I mean, it was the seats were tight and uncomfortable, and the guy next to me was like 8 foot tall, and I'm 220. So I'm like this the whole ride. I had to take my jacket off. I was like this, you know.
Where
I'm
is
like,
this coming from? ATL?
Dominican.
Oh,
and I'll never forget that. And I can imagine that was so uncomfortable. I just couldn't wait to get home.
You felt my pain that day, then.
But
yeah,
imagine that situation when you get that big.
It's unacceptable.
Is there a plane
I'm
weight
sorry.
Limit? Is there a weight limit that you can't fly?
I mean, I don't know because I'm sure. I mean, I have no clue. I guess there is a size. You got to include the luggage and everybody else.
Babe,
I don't know.
You put both of them on the plane. They say, "Hey, we're gonna take this trip slow, and we're gonna fly just over the grass all the way there."
If it's a hazard, you already know they're not gonna. They're not gonna.
We can't go too far.
You won't be going too far then. Because a lot of places, you got to cross the water to get to.
But the problem I have, this sister, I don't like now in this day and age. Who else? Somebody else just did that. So there was people still trying to go at this whole race thing, or I'm black, or it's my gender, just like Ed was saying. Because there was another situation recently where with this guy. It was this lady fault just a little bit, but the guy took it further and then start just saying black and people racist. It was the whole thing where she went to this house and said, "Hey, it's not your house," and he said, "Yes, it's my house," and it was his house. But the guy took it way far and just said that they're racist, and the people weren't racist. She responded in fear what it looked like, and but people now take to the internet and then now they can go super viral. Look at this sister; she went super viral for this. And what all it does is bringing attention to your music, and it's bringing attention people to a fan base, because that's what you create when you go do that stuff. You just have created a fan base to support whatever it is you do, because you didn't have to
televise it. Well, this
How
not
many
the but.
situations? How many situations she been in was where it when she couldn't hold?
And that's the thing. So that's to me before they even acknowledge the lawsuit. How many situations has she had to have turned down? Why don't you just or like you said, an Uber X? I mean, not X. So what's the big one called? XL.
Sorry, I just had an image.
He said the XL or something else.
Because you know what? Because sometimes people don't have XL money. She had standard money.
Well, I'm sorry. That's unacceptable.
And,
that's just unacceptable to me.
And the thing is, when you decide to get so big, it's a time where you need to have money too. If you're gonna be that big and you're gonna be that unhealthy, you need to have resources because you can't have standard people resources and you the size of 3 people.
I'm just like,
because you need to have 3 people resources in one.
No. How dare you? How dare you and want to enforce your fatness on somebody else? Then you need to be able to pay for your own car big enough that's going to drive you around wherever you need to go.
How you going to get in it?
That's the issue. You want to impede your issues on somebody else and then make them feel a way because they're not co-signing to it. A person has a right to refuse you if they don't want you in their car because of your size, especially if they got a small car.
Somebody show me.
I just don't understand it.
I want to find a clip of somebody humongous trying to drive a car because a standard car, how? It's not. You can't squeeze in a Honda. She can't squeeze in no car. She cannot naturally.
She said her friend had a Benz that was similar to the size of his.
You know
so was his car a Honda Civic or was it a Benz? I couldn't tell from the doors. It was.
Even if it was Benz, you know how they probably got her in the car? They probably had to butter up them door jambs.
Stop it. You wrong. I mean, I'm just that really infuriates me. And but this is the culture that we're in now. Anything goes. It doesn't matter if it's beneficial or non-beneficial. You got a group that's going to agree with it. Hey, yeah, let's do that. Let's run off the cliff and dive and go to the water. We can't swim and jump off the cliff. No.
You see the woman? There was another woman. She had this massive booty, this massive BBL butt. I mean, it was humongous.
Mm-hmm.
And she couldn't get on regular planes and stuff. And now what happens is she blew up from it. Now she can fly private because she got so successful for having that massive butt trying to get on a standard plane.
I don't remember.
But,
but nevertheless, I just it's beyond me. People and their stupidity, it just goes beyond. It's privilege. That's what it is.
If you were in another,
you think you're privileged.
Some countries, I don't even think you can legally be like this. You imagine you trying to be in Japan or something like that, and you're not part of the sumo. You're not part of the sumo sport. I'll bet you it's a level of some countries. It's probably illegal to have that much mass, or that's
it's
on
unhealthy.
America, man.
It's unhealthy. And that's what I don't
What
like.
does your
is that
diet
kids,
look like? How can you
kids
afford
see
to eat
this?
like that?
That's what gets me is kids see this. Please don't allow your kid to look at something like that and say, it's okay, I want to be like them. No.
Did y'all see the one where she thought she got to look like she was sexy with the black on? I said, yo, when I look at them legs and then I go look at my couch, I say, look, this look like the end of the couch when it connects to the pillows. I'm like, yo, this is insane. I didn't know people can get this big and think they sexy. Lizzo messed it up for everybody. Now she done lost the weight and she wasn't that big.
Because she realized that
big.
I forget what it was called. Fat something. What was it called?
Fat Licious.
But it's the mindset. It's the mindset of the culture. Fat something, where there's influencers who were just in that category, and and then several of them passed. I wonder why. Because your heart is not made for that. You can be the sweetest person, the nicest person, the kindest person, but you're still unhealthily overweight, if that's a word. Unhealthy. I mean, it should not be promoted at all. It shouldn't be promoted. Please, it should not be promoted. It's too many tools and resources for people to be healthy in 2025 in America. I don't care what you say.
Right now, it's about 50 cars out there riding around the U.S. with buttered up door jams. I see.
Anyway.
Hey, this is insane. I've never seen anything like this, and it gets insane. But now this person has become sick.
Do you actually think they're going to win the lawsuit?
Yes.
I don't understand why. If I was Lyft, I wouldn't pay a dime.
Because they're not going against him; they're going against the company.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay a dime.
Now, what sucks?
How many lawsuits does Lyft get?
Listen, what sucks is Lyft is a San Francisco company, probably woke. They probably will end up paying this woman, and firing that man.
Well, they need to have a weight limit.
He needs to sue.
They need a weight limit. Exactly.
She said, my tie. She said, what did he say? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have them type of tires. Monster truck
Like,
tires.
oh no, I done been through this before.
No, Godzilla.
I done been down this. I know, cause I done did this before. The last person that tried to squeeze they juicy jaws, legs, all that in my back seat busted some things.
Look, baby.
No, thank
she
you.
Get in that car just like this. She just get the front half.
But
just
how?
Let the legs stay out there.
But how does a person?
Just let the legs stay out.
How does a person that large really actually get in a car that size? They have to squeeze into the side. You have to go sideways. You can't turn. And then the guy on stage rapping, like, boy, please. I mean, you just look absolutely ridiculous. I don't care how good you sound. That is not enough for me. That is not enough for me. Entertainment is an art. And just because you sound good, it's a whole package. People go to see artists. I mean, people go to see artists